Please welcome Top Tier Fuego.
Yet again, we're back. Let me see something.
You tried to have oral.
Oh, audio still works. All right. Okay, we're back. We are back. What's the word, Twitch? What's the word? Took a calm little hiatus. Calm low, yeah means. Hold on. Alright. Boom. You already know what we're watching. Face the charges for catching the predator. Boom, bow, bada bing, bada bow. Let's do this. Wait, who is it? Omma? Omma. Shout out Omma, man. Omma. Catching these weirdos. Shout out Omma, man.
You tried to have oral sex with her and you admitted that?
I admit that.
And I got me some food.
Up to it, that was something that.
And
Great
you knew they were.
Comment down below what y'all eating.
Is that correct?
I did know that. I did
Okay.
know that they were, but they didn't say.
Despite what you just heard,
Me and rice,
this
beans,
predator
ribs,
admitted
and
to
pork
the
chop.
police.
What?
It's actually me, the person who called and reported this creep to the police, that they decided they want to investigate and
Wait, what?
potentially charge.
What?
Hi, I'm Omma, and for over 5 years now, I've been going across the country to set up and confront
Why
alleged
try to get him?
predators who want to meet with what they think is a very young person for some very inappropriate things, which usually leads to some pretty crazy confessions and clips. Back up, keep your hands out of your pockets.
I'm trying to tell you, I don't think
Take a seat. Go take a seat right now. On your bed.
I'm directly
This nigga is on his
responsible
knees.
for the many convictions of these.
I was about to say, I don't think PD really care about catching any of these predators. I can't lie. I don't think PD really care about catching predators. They probably just think it's not worth their time. It's
These
weird.
creeps across several different states, such as
It's weird.
Michigan, Texas, North Carolina, and more, with many judges directly citing my work as a citizen-led operation by people trying to do a good thing and not vigilantism. And in an attempt
Thank
to
you.
take my efforts to Florida to catch a man who had been allegedly grooming one of my decoys for weeks, something crazy ended up happening with this particular
Florida?
PD. According to Osceola County Detective Perot in Kissimmee, Florida, I was told directly that I am just as
Kissimmee,
bad
Florida?
as these predators that are
Hey,
being
shout out to the
caught.
Flor-
And as a
Wait.
result of direct
I was gonna say shout out to the Floridians. Floridians. They were saying he's just as bad. What? I'm looking sharp too, but saying he's just as bad is a little bizarre. I'm not gonna lie. What y'all got going on in Florida, man?
that I am just
That
as
nigga got
bad
going on.
as these predators that are being caught. And as a result of my investigation, I'm now under investigation by Osceola County PD
What?
for allegedly aiding and abetting a felony. In this video, I'm
What?
going to show you guys the full facts of the case, so you can see
Is it aiding and abetting helping
firsthand
people get away?
just how sick the individual I caught was, and the insane way that the police ended up roping me into their station to tell me
Isn't
that
that what
I
that
was
is?
under investigation, where I was told directly in quotes that I was just as bad as a literal child. Allow me
That's
to
fucking
introduce
crazy.
45-year-old Luis Alberto Villejas, who reached out to our decoy grinder profile, where my female decoy was posing with pictures as a 14-year-old boy. Hey. Hi. What
What?
are you into?
What's really crazy is that the world knows how weird these people are, and the fact that they're still trying to make it seem like Oma's the problem is fucking crazy. That's crazy. With the sudden uprise of all of the like pred catchers and all of that, you would think it's in enough light to be like, okay, these people are fucked up, and there's people out there that's trying to put good into the world, and you know what I mean. So the fact that they're actively saying that these people that's catching them is worse than the people that's doing it themselves is fucking villainous. Villainous.
I'm 38, by the way, in case that bothers you. Nah, that doesn't really bother me. If you want my number, I'll give it to
Yeah,
you
it's
so we can
38.
keep talking.
Let's start a family.
Okay. The two switched over to text
doing?
messages and got to chatting. Hey. Hey, from Grinder. See. Hey. Where are you from? I'm from me, Florida. Me too, but mostly
Okay.
in Ponciana. Ah, okay. What are you into? I'm pretty open to anything. I don't have a lot of experience. Would you like to meet? I can help you get some experience, lol. Maybe sometime later this week. I should let you know I'm not actually 18. I'm...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Thanks for being honest. Do you still want to talk then, or not anymore? Up to you. I mean, I don't really care. I just wanted to let you know. As long as we don't have any problems. LOL, I'm not trying to have any problems. Are you still trying to figure out your sexuality, or do you already know? Don't make fun of me, but I'm still kind of figuring everything out. Oh, I'm not gonna make fun of you. Totally normal. You're young. Thanks. So, how could...
So wait, what I heard earlier was correct? The decoy is female playing the male? Oh no, I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
you host a hangout? My mom goes to her boyfriend's
Nothing wrong with
a
that.
lot. Maybe
Nothing wrong with
sometime
that.
then
I
when
was
she's
just-
gone. Do you share any pictures? Not nude. That's okay. That's understandable. Do you have a preference? Younger or older guys? I guess older. That's nice. I'm into younger, but I do have certain age limits I wouldn't cross. What's your age limit? 15 and under. LOL.
Gang, you're
but
38.
I know you're...
This nigga is
but You
38.
seem mature for your age. Haha, thank you. I try. So...
It's so crazy. They all say the same excuse. It's like they have it written down. Like it's all the same excuse. You're pretty mature for your age. You know what I mean? You're pretty mature for your age. You know, you're pretty adultish for me. Wow, but she's pretty mature for her age. You know? Are we serious? Oh, she's not. She's 15. All right, let's wrap it up.
So what do you want to do when we meet? I like when the other person takes the lead. We could go get something to eat, go back to your place, make out, maybe you suck my... I'll suck yours, and you
Gang.
take it from there. How does that sound?
And it's
Yeah, we
always
could do
stuff that just
Cool.
wouldn't fly
How
in
big
real
are you?
situations.
Like an iPhone? Nice. I'm 7.5. Nice. But you've never anyone, right? No, not yet. Do you think
Like,
you'll
I don't
be
even
willing
think you
to?
would say some shit
Yeah,
like that
I
to a
think so.
normal, like,
Good.
bro.
So do you a lot? Sometimes. Good. So when do you think we can meet? Probably Thursday or Friday. Okay. Although I gotta tell you, I'm a little horny right now even. I guess talking to you gets me in the mood.
Uh-oh.
Thanks. I want to time with you. What's that? That's a position where we each other at the same time. Oh, yeah, we can do that. It became very apparent that Luis had intended on coming over to what he thought was a young boy's house while he was home alone, and that he'd want to come over as soon as he thought he'd have ample opportunity to. So
Nah,
I
he was
packed
with
my
all of the
bags,
accents.
booked my flights, and got the team out to Kissimmee, Florida. But just a day before their meetup, we had another revelation that would make our case even stronger. Using a photo of myself, we set up another decoy profile on a different local gay meetup site, where I received a message from a familiar looking face. We now had confirmation Luis was talking to what he thought was two different children.
Oh my
Original decoy
God.
Penny, and now me as Ryan. We'll get to what he said to me as Ryan in a little bit, but first, let's cover what Luis told us on the day of the bust. That may seem insignificant to me and you now, but would end up causing a world
What are
of
the
issues
odds?
between me and the police later on. I was wondering if I could maybe pick you up from school instead of waiting until tonight. Well, are you free
This
later
nigga gotta get
tonight?
away from school
Yes,
zones.
I am. Probably would be better to not have a random man pick me up from school, lol. In case someone sees. I understand. You can come over later tonight if you still wanted. Definitely.
Bro,
Where
are
are
we
you gonna
serious?
stay the night? If you're okay with it. Yeah, that's fine. What do you want me to bring? I don't know.
Nothing.
What stuff were you thinking of bringing? I don't know neither. I guess we could order a pizza and some kind of drink. I don't know if you want me to bring
Uh-oh.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds nice. Okay, I'll bring some alcohol tonight and we can order a pizza. And you're sure you're cool with me being 15? We reaffirmed he was okay with the age. If you're having second thoughts, let me know. But it's
Oh, so
fine
this
with
is
me.
the
Okay,
oh.
I should be
all
free
right.
around 9. Okay, I'll see you then. The hours passed and we got prepared to catch Luis. But then we got this text. Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to cancel tonight. My niece got called into work and is taking my car. She got called into work overnight. Dang, I'm bummed. You can't Uber? Well, I can, but then how do I get back home tomorrow? I think it's about $30 to get there by Uber. I can Uber you.
Nah, don't
here
ask
and
this
you can
15-year-old
Uber home
for
tomorrow?
Uber.
Are you sure? Yeah, I got you. But then how do we get the liquor? It's fine. We can just get regular drinks. He sent his address and asked for the Uber to be sent his way.
All right, Kate, we got
Crazy
about
work.
2 or 3 minutes here until our boyfriend is here. You know, I've never actually encountered someone that thought that I myself was one of my decoys. So either he'll recognize my face the minute I come out, and that'll be interesting, or he won't. It'll make the confrontation more interesting.
That's crazy. That nigga
Either
don't
way,
look
how do you
anything
feel
like
about,
15.
being a boy decoy the first time?
You know what? Fuck it. Why not? I mean,
All right.
shit.
Hey,
got a
he
whole
bought
ass
it.
beard and shit.
It's got him to show up, so.
That's all that matters if he buys it.
Exactly. All right, let's go catch this creep.
Yo, I fucking love ribs. Oh my god, I love ribs. What's your favorite kind of like
Hey.
meat? Pulls.
Hey.
Fuck.
Thanks for picking them up.
Protein. What's your favorite kind of protein? There we go.
Your cameras are not on?
Hmm?
The cameras are not on?
No. I turn them off.
Did he still manage
You
to
can
get
just put them
alcohol?
over here. It's fine.
No way.
You can just bring like over here. It's fine. I was kind of
Excuse
looking
me.
to crack into one soon. How's the Uber?
Good?
Good.
This
So, like, what were
nigga
you
got
tryna
himself
Get
prepared.
into?
Slick this hair back and all.
Just do whatever right now. I mean,
15-year-old.
just chill for now.
Okay.
Order pizza.
I want to see this shit about the PD.
Yeah, I'm not against ordering pizza.
Alright, we'll wait for a little bit.
Yeah.
You want to do it now?
We could wait a little bit. I'm gonna crack open one of these.
Subscribe break. Hit the subscribe button.
God damn it. I'm gonna have to do some shit.
Damn, you got the whole
I'm gonna have to
variety
do some shit
pack.
with it.
Yeah. The only thing they had. I stopped actually by Wawa.
Wawa had them?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, this is good.
Oh, so you brought liquor for a minor?
So bad.
For a literal child. Alleged.
So like
Alleged. Child.
you're chill with me being.
As long as you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, obviously.
He'll
But
be
like,
going to jail too.
I don't know. A lot of guys
So
try
we
and
about
like
to send this nigga
block
to
me.
jail. I would hope. Unless PD decides to just be like, yeah, nah, almost the
That's
big,
good.
almost the
I
problem.
was a little afraid because
I'm real curious.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are cops.
Yeah.
You know.
What is it?
It's a sting. So that's why.
Right.
No, a sting?
Yeah.
No.
You ever like meet someone your age
No.
before?
I have. I met somebody your age, but they were very immature.
Okay.
I walked away.
You didn't do nothing with them?
No,
No.
I walked away.
Lion.
It just depends on the maturity of the person also.
Yeah, I get that. You think I'm mature?
Well, you sound mature. On the text that we've been texting, you sound mature.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I
you
want to
sure
see
don't
him
wanna
get
come?
caught.
No.
Oh,
No.
nice place.
Thanks.
This nigga got caught twice, bro.
Watch.
Really think about that shit. Bro got caught twice.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we can put my TV on. Let me just
On
I'm gonna
two
go to the
different
bathroom
apps,
real quick.
too.
So we're worried about a sting?
Yeah, we were.
Why were we worried about that?
Because, like I told him,
Hey,
that's why I said it's not something I want to do.
Okay. What's your name?
John.
John? Okay, nice to meet you. I'm Jadon.
What I missed?
What,
Did he say he's
what led
Gideon?
us to this- John?
Oh,
Okay, nice to
John.
meet you. I'm Jadon.
Oh, he did say it's Gideon.
Well, what led us to this house? What situation have we found ourselves in, John?
Mine, I mean, it's just basically hanging out, as you can see.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
There's nothing wrong with hanging out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not a cop. I'm not interested in getting cops involved. I'm just looking at
I don't
have a
know if he's gonna
conversation
recognize him
with
from the
you.
second app.
So, who is the person you're here to hang out with exactly?
Apparently, an 18-year-old, but he did tell me it was afterwards.
Okay. When you say apparently an 18-year-old, what do you mean by that?
What this?
Well, we
Yes,
met
that's
through
exactly what it is.
Sniff app, and
We'll
he
allow it.
indicated he was 18,
Okay.
and then afterwards he told me he was.
Okay. So, what was the conversation when you guys first
They're
started
Preds.
talking on Grindr or Sniffies?
Oh, Sniffish, wanted to see if he wanted to hook up.
Okay.
I said yes. We exchanged phone numbers.
He brought alcohol to meet a minor,
I was a little hesitated about it.
and the alleged
Gotcha.
minor
I did tell them,
drank some of it.
I told him that whatchamacallit,
Whatchamacallit?
that if he was okay with it, if he was okay with my age, I gave him my age and everything. He said
Yikes.
yes.
Jail.
So, once you found out that they were actually years old and not 18, what was the conversation you guys had at that
That's a
point?
nice ass house.
If we
I'm
wanted
not gonna
to-
lie. That's a nice ass house.
And I said yes.
What was the...
It was
little surfboards and shit.
Okay. What was the general discussion like? What was the planned thing to do at the hangout? I guess.
Actually, was to have fun.
Okay.
Yes.
Fun, yeah. Jo, you're done now.
Admitted that to me. So when you say fun, I mean obviously I see you got some Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah.
What type of fun did you have in mind?
How is
they were
Mike's
open to
Lemonades?
it?
If they were open,
I don't think I had one. Have I?
orals.
And that carpet's annoying me.
Okay. I appreciate that, the honesty, man. Is this the first time you've done something like this? Or okay, gotcha. So I guess, when they tell you that they're and
Yeah, but like I said, I multiple times, if you could see the text I went by, I actually asked him, he said, yeah. I said, are you okay with it?
Mm-hmm.
I did mention it numerous times.
and I really appreciate that.
I actually told him I wasn't going to come.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why did you
But
decide
you
to
still
come?
did.
Why did I say? Because he said that if he was willing to pay for my Uber and come. I figure if he's mature enough to, have somebody out of his house and pay for a ride, then he's obviously mature enough to
Not gang,
get
you're fraud.
into fun.
No,
Okay.
gang, you're fraud.
No,
that
that's pretty,
would not
fair
apply
assumption
anywhere.
If they're doing all that on these apps.
Right.
You might assume they're a little more mature. And so, how long were you talking to this person before you came over? When did you guys meet?
About a week.
Okay, so you guys have been communicating for a little while. I gotcha. And how often are you on these apps? Or how long have you been on them for?
I'm more or less often enough.
Okay, and then there's nothing
They caught him on 2 different apps. By the way,
wrong with being on them, obviously. You're a grown man, you can do what you like. Is this the first year-old you met up
he don't
with?
even know it.
No, I met with another year-old and I walked away from that one.
Gotcha. I heard. Yeah, I heard it sounded like they weren't quite as mature as this year-old.
He wasn't immature as this one seemed to be.
Yeah,
Okay,
facts.
I appreciate that.
Because maturity,
what, I guess,
right?
is the difference with that child and this one? How are they acting?
There's certain ways when you communicate with somebody in the form that they talk to you.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Understandable. Kind of like the words they use, the way they choose to speak, stuff like that.
Yes.
Understandable. How is he?
Look, I know gaming could get a little draining. I ain't gonna lie, it definitely do get a little draining. But look, I got you. Tap into advanced.gg. They got drink mixes that quench your thirst, keep you focused, power up your energy, and even put you to sleep. They got all type of flavors too. They got strawberry shortcake, guava berry, blackout, raging blood orange, and a whole lot more I can't even list off the top of the head. Those are just a few favorites, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't even mentioned the multivitamins either. Like, they got multivitamin gummies, they got merchandise, they got drink accessories, protein powder too for all of the gym rats. Bro, they got so much, like, I'm not gonna lie, they got a lot. They got a whole lot. Like, it's looking real good. A bunch of real good flavors. And as usual, use code TOPTIER to get a 10% off on every purchase you got. I got you. Word to bro.
Acting or speaking that led you to believe he was immature? Or what was he doing?
Who?
The 15-year-old that you said you walked away from that was immature.
Oh, it's just all giggles, and when I walked in, it was all giggles, and
I mean, I like to giggle. Doesn't mean I'm immature.
There's a point where you know that person's not mature enough.
Gotcha. Like, it's kind of like if someone farts, he's someone who might giggle.
The way he
Like,
talked
bro, oh
also.
my God, I hate
How did
him.
he talk?
He talked a little bit more like immature, like words that didn't really gaps what I was talking about. He didn't understand, so.
Oh, okay. So like you'd say something maybe about for example, and he just wouldn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. So you just didn't want to be the one to inform him or anything like that, or?
No, I didn't want to do that, and I just. It's also his physical, and that's why when he asked me what I wanted to do, I said we could just chill for now. I wasn't sure.
If it was me, I would have told him to order that pizza and I
How
would have
many
kept it.
people would you guesstimate?
I would've
you
caught him with a
started
pizza rob.
conversation with, and then you find out later on that they're actually a minor. How many times would you guess it has
I would have
happened?
probably been bad dudes,
I
huh?
would say about, out of the times, I would say about 10, 15 times.
Okay, about 10, 15 times.
This
in the
nigga
10,
is kicked
15
back. Wait.
Interactions you've had.
Yeah, he's
How did
kicked
they go
back.
when you find out that they're actually a child and not an 18-year-old?
Most of the times I block them.
Okay.
Well, the majority of the time I block them. And like I said, it also depends on the response, how they respond, or what level of maturity do I think that they have.
Gotcha.
Which is wrong.
How many would you say you're texting right now if you had to guesstimate?
2.
No, I think this is the only person I've texted.
Lying.
You think this is the only person you've texted?
I think.
So these text messages right
Do you
here.
recognize
This
me
doesn't
at
happen
all?
to be you.
Maybe the goatee being a little longer and the hair being a little longer, but do you remember Ryan at all? Were you talking to Ryan?
I was.
Yeah, Ryan's me.
Oh,
Got him.
Hi, yeah, I'm Ryan.
Okay, didn't recognize you.
So, okay,
But-
when I ask you these questions, that's because I already know the answer.
Okay, but
Are we
yeah.
talking to any other 15-year-olds right now?
No, I mean, not that I'm aware of. I mean, like I said, they tell me they're 50, but it depends on the maturity of.
Well, I told you I was.
Yeah, but I've asked you questions that you would seem mature enough to do.
Okay.
Mature enough.
Okay.
I did
well,
ask you questions that you seem mature, and I didn't push too much.
fair. So I guess why was
Didn't
she?
push
You know, or sorry, when I say she, it's actually a girl. It's not a boy. Why was she? So mature to where you could find yourself in this situation, but I'm not.
This ain't even the
Because you
mashed and
went as
potatoes
Texas
yet.
as
It's not even the meat and
she
potatoes
was
yet.
As he or she was.
I wasn't texting as much.
This the
as
usual
she
shit. I
was.
want to see why PD was
Well,
trying
the
to
last
crack on
text you sent
Omma.
me was, when should I come
Because
over?
what the fuck?
Right.
So it
And
looked like you had
stopped-
planned to come
Yeah,
over.
and you stopped texting. So I assumed that they weren't ready. He wasn't mature enough, or he wasn't ready, and I stopped texting.
How did you come to the conclusion that this child was acceptable to come and hang out with, but I wasn't? I guess it's just what confuses me, because I read the messages you shared with this person, and I obviously
Right.
facilitated the messages between me and you,
Uh-huh.
and they were about the same. So I'm just confused on how you came to the conclusion that this was a person who was acceptable to send graphic images and whatnot.
I didn't send
And
any-
Would that be a
maybe
decoy?
okay, messages. I meant messages.
Like, would
not
y'all
images.
be a
My
decoy
mistake.
to catch?
When I asked
Catch
them
niggas
if
like
they
this?
wanted to trade pictures, they said no nude. I said I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So
Yes?
I never sent any graphic pictures.
My mistake. I meant to say messages, not images.
So would
because
niggas be decoys?
I was led to well.
Well, I mean, they would go
I
to
was under
jail
the impression
for
that
sure.
they
No
wanted to.
doubt.
I knew I was.
That's the end goal, is to get niggas locked up.
Believe it or not, are very
I'm
mature.
gonna lie.
Fair enough, man. Why would you have blocked her or ended this relationship once you got back home?
Because it's. I guess in my mind, I know it's not right.
Do I gotta catch Preds?
That's respectable.
Do I
appreciate
catch
that, but,
Preds?
It's a little confusing to me when you give me
Catch
an
'em and
answer,
beat 'em
but
up.
You're here to do these things.
Well,
In GTA.
again, also,
In
I was
GTA.
here. I've always told them I'm here if you want to hang out. I never, I also specifically said I'm here if you want to hang out. I mean, at some point I did say if you want to have fun, we can if you want to.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay. Gotcha. So,
But if they didn't want to, I would have, like I said, walked away.
Meanwhile,
I would've-
literally
I would've-
brought
I would've
alcohol
done
to this
anything
girl.
that he or she, or he wouldn't want.
okay. So it was more or less whatever Mickey was open to doing is what would have happened here today.
Right.
Bro.
Gotcha. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. How many would you guesstimate that you're texting? If your devices were to be searched, like Sniffy's, Grindr, text, how many would you guess you probably texted in this last
I
month?
would say this too.
You would say at least 2? Well, I appreciate you being honest.
Oh, is that
with me.
PD?
I just hope you're as honest with these next people as you are with me. But yeah, the cops are here because
Cops.
unfortunately we do think you were a pedophile piece of shit and not a decent guy. So we call them on you.
He reached the handshake him. That's crazy.
Yeah, 15-year-olds are
Hey, get
not
up.
mature enough to get drunk
Get
and
out.
have sex.
Get out.
So we're not gonna get any more 15-year-olds drunk and try to have it. with
Slap
them.
him on the way out.
Yeah, what was your intentions? And we have it filmed, so I got you.
Slap him on the way out.
So this is the last 15-year-old we're gonna try to have sex with.
Is that, yeah.
Cool.
I wasn't having sex with them.
Well, you tried to have oral sex and you admitted that, right? You tried to have oral sex with her and you admitted that.
I admit that if she or he was up to it, that was something that.
And you
I
knew they were come before you came here. Is that correct?
I did know that.
Okay.
Yep.
But
Openly admitted.
They started off that they were 18.
Okay.
What they whispering about back
Gotcha.
there? Yep. They better lock him up, because if they don't lock him up, I'm gonna be mad.
Very fast.
Now, Luis was actually arrested the same night, and the
Good.
officers told us more of what they found on him was quite damning. And so for the night, we thought that would be it. I thought I would get an Axon link to submit all the evidence I had, because that's the typical process and what we normally do to submit our evidence, get our case going forward, and then move on from there. But that is not at all what ended up happening. A
What
few days
happened,
later,
Omma?
on January 26th, I get a call from a detective Perot asking me to come into the police station to have a talk about my operation, the way I operate, the way the setup went, and basically everything to just do with my work and how I operate. Literally just 2 weeks prior as well, we were actually in Round Rock,
wanna hear this
Texas,
shit.
just hanging out, sitting in the back of the police station for about 4 or 5 hours while all of our devices dumped. That way the police could have them. So it's not super uncommon at all for a detective to call and have me come in for evidentiary reasons or whatever. So it's just not something I really particularly thought about at the time. I'm gonna do my best to quickly summarize the situation as fast as I can, so I can kind of just showcase how
I wanna try to
big all
understand,
this
like,
even was to begin with. So I was called into
what
an
the problem
interview
was.
room by Detective Perot and some other little sidekick she had with her at the time. Initially, it's, hey, we just want to talk about this and, you know, how your operation came to be, how you found Luis, and, you know, what you guys do. And then it becomes pretty clear to me quickly that something is up, or something is at least abnormal to what I'm used to, because I'm read my Miranda rights. And if there's one thing I know about being read your Miranda rights, it's the second that you read your rights, you shut up and you say, hey, I want my lawyer. I pretty much immediately clock, I don't think this is gonna go the way I'm used to, because I've never been read my rights before. And maybe I should have shut up and lawyered up, but my mindset was, you know, regardless of whatever I'm being read my rights, I know I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm just here to talk about the work I did, so I might as well, you know, continue to talk anyways. Talk for about 5 or 10 minutes. I give them the rundown of my team, how we found Luis, yada yada. Right at the end of the conversation, like the flip of a script, obviously I know it was police tactics, but it was still interesting to see play out in real time. We go from jokes and all jolly smiles to, by the way, did you actually know what you're doing is a 3rd-degree felony? Immediately, I'm like, no, I didn't, because it's not. And she told me, you're aiding and abetting a felony. Ms. Perot essentially
Isn't aiding and
informed me that
abetting
due
when
to the
people
nature of how
escape?
this individual arrived at the house,
Helping
this man
somebody
would not
escape,
have
right?
shown up to harm this decoy if we did not provide him the Uber to do so. Since it appears we gave him access to his transport to commit this crime, that means I am aiding and abetting this felony to occur. Now hold on, because this is actually about to get way dumber somehow.
What?
Now immediately I disagreed and I was like, hey, no, I'm not aiding and abetting a felony. You know, it's pretty clear if you read the chat logs.
Yeah, how is that aiding and abetting?
Claimed to do this crime
regardless.
no matter what. The only thing that stopped him in that moment was his car situation. There were several other instances where he would wanted to meet up, but we couldn't or didn't because I was not already in the state.
And realistically, if a kid did actually pay for the Uber to, you feel me, transport over there, what's the difference? There's no difference. It was still just like the decoy was still there. You know what I mean? Like if it would have really happened, well, then what? It just doesn't make sense.
Luis has made it perfectly clear he had the intent to this child. So therefore, I did not aid and abet anything, as this is something he would have done on his own, regardless.
Retraining law enforcement, they are far too uneducated in their fields. They're stupid. They're dumb. They're dumb. Like it's so bad. It's horrible. When you see that shit like this get swept under the rug and they constantly try to combat it in more than just one location, because this one is in Florida right now. This one's in Florida. It's happened in Texas with Gideon. It's happened, I'm more than sure, like, and all of these locations, there's always some place that tries to combat it and make it seem like, oh, well, you know, you're actually the one in the wrong. Check their hard drives. Investigate these people, because what are you talking about? Why are we trying to defend these people? It's dumb.
Even would randomly ask when the decoy was home alone, so that
meanwhile, that's also the thing. It's like they sitting here talking about is aiding and abetting. Oh, you're helping him arrive. If you didn't get the Uber for him, it would have never happened. It would have happened regardless. It would have just simply delayed it. It would have been a delay. It would have still happened. So what are you talking about?
Done on his own, regardless. He even would randomly ask when the decoy was home alone so that he could come over. The only reason he didn't at that time was because we weren't in Florida to catch him. Then her sidekick chimes in and is like, oh, well, you previously stated on record that you only got him his Uber so that you could set him up so that he wouldn't get away. But obviously, if I didn't make the report, he would have gotten away. I had also made it pretty clear that the only reason he showed up that night in particular was due to his sister taking his car, and he'd already made his intent pretty prominent. Then I get told that, oh, well, we didn't even charge him with your online solicitation anyways.
Stupid.
We charged him with child we found on his phone. What? If you didn't charge him with online solicitation, what felony did I aid in the bed? Before I could even respond,
bro.
Sidekick...
And if it wasn't for Omma, they would have never found the shit on his phone. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Bro, that's frustrating. Okay. Because if it wasn't for Omma, they would have never found bro. They would have never found the shit that was on his phone. They would have never found any of that shit. And then he's speaking actual facts. They're trying to hit him with some fucking charge. If they never hit the dude with the solicitation charge, then why would Omma get charged for some shit that they didn't? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Well, I understand what he's saying. It's so dumb, bro. It's so dumb.
What felony did I aid in the bed? Before I can even respond, her sidekick pretty much goes verbatim like, would we have found out about the child porn without you guys? Maybe, maybe not. But while what Luis did was bad, what you guys did was also bad.
So dumb.
I couldn't believe what I heard, so I just smiled and said, I respectfully disagree. And then some fat sergeant who was sitting in the corner chimes in and goes, so does that mean you accept these charges? And I'm like, no. It means I accept the consequences of the fact that I was there and did this operation to prevent a child from being... Because if I wasn't there, that's what would have happened. And the guy you arrested even told you that, and the officers that, and I have it on video. My emotions were pretty high, so I, at that point, kind of ended the conversation myself and said, you know, I don't think we have anything else to talk about. Good luck with your investigation, and I'm out of here. For the cherry on top, at this current point, he was arrested and charged with about 3 counts of child. But about 4 or 5 days after they called me in, they charged this guy with 11 more counts. Hey, as bad as this guy was for having all of that CP and stuff, I'm just as bad for, you know, being the one to invite him over and then make the police report, I guess.
No, yeah, fucking horrible. How dare you?
Getting certain devices back and they would remain confiscated while they pushed this up the chain of command to see what they could charge me with and basically see what they could do with it. And I told them good luck. You know, I don't think I committed a crime. I know I didn't. But, you know, if that's where you want to waste your resources and have your taxpayer dollars go, I have no control over that. I was also informed that if I did any more of these operations in this particular county, the next surrounding, like 17, I think he said, that I would be arrested, as they were letting the surrounding counties who I am, what I do, and that I don't know exactly what was said about how I would end up arrested if I did this in other counties, but he made it very clear that if I did anything like this again in that particular area, I would be arrested. So hey, should I go back?
They don't want you around there doing it, because then you're going to catch one of them actively doing it. Duh. That's why they don't want you around there. You're going to catch one of them. You're going to catch one of them on one of these sites, man. Of course they don't want you in any of these counties. Because what if you bump into like the sergeant? You know what I mean? What if you bump into like one of the head people a part of this team, bro? Oh my God, duh. Like, that's why they don't want you over there doing it. Oh man, what if you bump into like your mayor or something doing it? One of the mayors, one of the government officials. Come on, man. No, they don't want you over there doing it. Duh. Yeah, like,
let me know, guys. I'm making Luis's
that's
entire
fucking
chat
crazy,
logs
bro.
free over on my local.
Because there's no way that they sat here and said, no, we don't want you here. And if you go to any other of the counties in this location, you can't do it over there because you're gonna get arrested. You know what I mean? Oh my God.
at Omma
That's fucking crazy, bro.
So you can head over to that site and see for yourself just how clear this whole
Omma
case
official
is.
.locals.com.
And hey, you know, if I do end up getting charged, if you want to help support and join for $4 a month, you know, do that too. It'd be much appreciated. You get extended catches, extra catches, way more over there, chat logs. It's all the good stuff for only $4 a month. Just, you know, if you want to support. Just in case I end up going to jail, you know. I know my rights and I will defend myself accordingly, but nonetheless, I really do appreciate all the different ways you guys have been supporting me. But hey, if you don't want to go over to Locals, you can click the video that's right up here and it'll take you to a really interesting catch where the guy was literally crying like a baby and confessed to basically everything. And he ended up charged and is sitting in jail, thankfully. And there's a, you know, more happy ending. And you guys can see just how effective these operations actually are when I don't have police giving me flack for doing their job better than them. Not saying I do, but in this particular...
Damn, the video just ended? All right, this is going to